Become a member to help out the YouTube channel. Hello, I am D-Man, and today I have a very special Survivor Simulator video for you all. We have all the winners of Total Drama duking it out to see who is the ultimate Total Drama winner. And I've done something special here. All of the profiles I have set to be more accurate to the show, and that also applies to the relationships. I've made it more accurate to the actual show, so hopefully that should make things more interesting. And I've also set it to chaotic mode, so this should just be kinda nutty. And I'm using because this is Winners at War, I'm using the Survivor Winners at War simulator. And yeah, this should be interesting. As you can see, I've got Team A for arse and Team B for boobs. So, as you can imagine, Team B, they all have boobs. Team A, they don't have boobs. So, and you'll also notice there are maybe one or two characters that aren't winners. Because throughout all of Total Drama, there have been 18 finalists. They have a ending where they win, but I still have 2 slots left over. So that is why Bowie is here. He's he made it to final 2, so it's pretty close. That's, if the reboot didn't scrap the whole 2 different endings, then Bowie would be a winner. And well, I added Julia because I just felt I wanted more of the reboot representation. And I mean, she made it to final 3 in season 2 of the reboots. Anyways, that's enough talking. Let's get on with the video. The twist. Each player will start with 1 fire token. They will have value in the game. If someone is voted out, they must give their fire tokens to another player. So yeah, this is all something else. So you can use fire tokens to buy food, or comfort, or even advantages. We'll see if that means anything. And the grand prize is $2 million. Wow. I'm sure that will matter a lot in this completely real game of Survivor. And an immunity challenge, looks like Team A for arse wins immunity, and they also win Flint and Rice. Oh boy. So, the idol is hidden, and there are no alliances, and nothing's happened on either team. Okay, here we go. The Team A for arse hidden immunity idol is currently hidden, but it's split in 2. Jeff finds the idol, which is split in 2. 1 half idol must be given to another castaway before sundown. They can then be recombined into a full hidden immunity. So he has to pick someone who he trusts, basically, and Jeff picks Duncan, which I think is pretty reasonable for Jeff to do. Although, you had Brody. Brody is here. Okay. Bowie's impressing the rest of the team. That's good for him. And Bowie and Duncan have a major fight. Why? All I'm going to say is I hope Duncan didn't say anything homophobic, because yes, that's probably what happened. Let's be real. Oh, god damn it. And we have our first alliance. Alejandro saw that shit go down, was like, hey, Bowie, you wanna work with me? And Bowie's like, sure. And we have our first alliance, Alejandro and Bowie. That is strong. But I suppose all the characters here are pretty stacked. Looks like Julia finds, the hidden immunity idol here, and she picks Beth to give one of the halves to. Okay, I mean, there's no MK here, so that's probably... I guess Beth's not, you can, I reckon Julia will try and maybe get Beth into an alliance potentially. You know, hey, you know, look, I trust you with this. Heather and Sky have a small fight. Um, the only thing I can think of is like Heather just says like, "Who's this?" Like, because let's be real, Parkatail Island. Yeah, there are Parkatail Island characters in here. Not super relevant in the grand scheme of things. So I can imagine Heather being like, "You're relevant," and this guy's like, "No, I'm not." And they have a little fight. It's not a big deal. Um, okay, maybe Heather's just having a bad time in general, though. Heather has a major meltdown. Maybe it was just the fact that maybe it was just the challenge, like because they did lose the challenge. No one would be too happy about that, and Heather's pretty competitive. And Beth and okay, so Heather's just fucking beefing with everyone. All right. Oh boy. Team B for Boobs Alliance 1 forms. It is, as I said, Beth and Julia. That succeeded, but there also seems to be an alliance with MacArthur and Sanders, who that makes sense why they would work together. So my guess is like maybe yeah MacArthur, you know, saw the ruthlessness of Julia and was like, hey, you want to work together? Julia's like, sure, and then you know roped Beth into it as well. This is making sense so far. And okay, Heather is also working hard at Camp and Become Side, so Heather is just like really like hyper and just like really like on edge. It seems like she is in a bad mood, and I think even Heather realizes that like, oh, I don't want to, because it is tribal council, and yeah, you don't want to make too many too many enemies here. Let's see what happens. Julie has the half idol. They can't use it. First vote Zoe. Okay, Zoe has not done anything so far. That's right. I forgot Owen. I put Owen on this team as he's the only dude on this team. 2 votes Owen, 1 vote Zoe. 3 votes Owen, 1 vote Zoe. Okay. What? 4 votes Owen. Okay, Zoe's getting another vote. Is it gonna be another? Okay, 4 votes Owen, 3 votes Zoe. I imagine Owen is just not that useful in the challenges here, and also is just the only guy on this team. And Zoe, I don't know. I guess she just seems like a generally strong competitor, I guess. Um, anyways, 5 votes Owen, 3 votes Zoe. So unless Zoe gets the next 2, Owen's going home. And the first person voted out is Owen. Damn. 7 votes Owen, 3 votes Zoe. Oh, that's right. Owen's not out yet. He's just on the edge of extinction. He still has a chance to come back in the game later. Who do we have? Wow, Beth going. Heather voted for Zoe. Owen and Priya voted for Zoe. Okay. And Owen bequeaths his fire token to Alejandro because you know Alejandro is a trustworthy guy. Oh dear. So, just Alejandro, he clearly needs the help, you know. Alright, let's see. Well, now the teams are purely, you know, man versus woman. Owen arrives on the edge of extinction. So there's a price you can, yeah, there's like a return challenge at some point. You can spend a token to get an advantage, and it looks like you can get up to 3 advantages. You can also get an idol for 3 tokens, but you also have to then win the challenge to get back in the game, and then I reckon Owen will probably buy all this other stuff. Pizzas, peanut butter, wine, beer, hammocks, and pillows. Owen finds a temporary hidden immunity idol. Okay, that's not very useful out here. It functions the same as a normal idol, but it expires after the holder attends 3 tribal councils, and can be sold to any player for a fire token. See if Owen... I fucking knew it. Owen really trusts Alejandro. Oh, Owen will try to sell to Alejandro. Oh... and Owen does not want to leave. Oh boy. Alejandro hates you, Owen. I don't know what to say. Alejandro receives the offer. He obviously buys it. I mean, he basically got that shit for free because Owen gave him the token, and then Owen's got the token back. Right, so Alejandro has a temporary idol. Duncan and Jeff have the half idol. Jeff lets Duncan have the idol, which is actually kind of interesting because Jeff found it initially. So that's kind of interesting. I guess to be fair, Jeff's like, I could imagine Jeff being like, I don't know what to do with this. You would know what to do with this more than I do, and Duncan, well, you know, he'll take it. And we still have this alliance of Alejandro and Bowie. Julie and okay, now this is surprising. Julie's really trying to like get Beth's trust here. I think Julie's like, you know, I feel like I'm in a good enough position where I can actually let Beth have the idol. And I'm just gonna say, I noticed Julie is not as loyal as the rest of them. Fair enough. Alright, it's okay. Looks like the men have won it again. Oh boy. Alejandro's the idol. Brody and Jeff find something in common. Yeah, no shit. And Brody and Sean bond strongly. You know what? I could kind of see that, actually. I can kind of see that. Because I don't think Brody will mind, like... I think Brody will think Sean's, like, whole zombie thing will be kind of cool, and... I don't know if Sean would, like, super get along with Brody, but, I mean, clearly they found something in common. Well, maybe not something in common, they just got along well. And we now have a second alliance. Brody and Jeff working together. Not Duncan, which is interesting. I thought, since Jeff, you know, whatever. And we have Bowie and Wayne also in this. So Bowie's now in 2 alliances. I wonder if Bowie will either betray this alliance or betray Alejandro in the future. Okay, Julie and Priya have a major fight. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't think these two get along in general. I mean, we saw how the rematch went down. You know, Julie was just playing Priya and Kayla like a fiddle. And MacArthur has a major meltdown. It's this team sounds like hell to be on. No one's having a good time here. We have our second alliance. It's Beth and Julia again, but this time with Sky in the mix. And then Zoe is injured, but is treated and can stay in the game. And now we can... Let's see what happens. Beth has the idol. Alright, and Beth does not use it. I think that's a fair play. I think Beth's in a good position here. Gwen receives a vote. Oh boy. Gwen receives 2 votes. Zoe receives a vote. Oh wow. Zoe and Gwen, eh? I guess... I was gonna say there's a lot of villains. There's only 2 villains, but... Zoe gets 2 votes. Zoe gets 3 votes. Zoe gets 4 votes. I think Zoe is done for. 7-2. And so Zoe's now with Owen. I'm sure they'll get along. I'm curious to see who else voted. That's right. Priya is sort of doing... That just seems to be... Yeah, there seems to be this thing of like, yeah, Priya, Gwen, and Zoe seem to be like getting along, which that actually kind of makes sense. I think they would all get along. If that's the case, I think that spells... I don't think that's... No, I'm stupid. Priya and Zoe voted for Gwen. They didn't like Gwen. They wanted her out. I'm stupid. Never mind. I could see Priya and Zoe get on along, that's for sure, but, I thought Zoe and Gwen were friends at some point, but maybe not. And that... Oh god, that was just episode 1. Episode 2. Zoe gave the tokens to Mike. I missed that. That makes sense to me. Alright, well, I hope this boobs team, has a win for once, because we can't have just the arse team just crush it. Maybe literally. Uh, yep, so Owen has a token. Yep, oh, as I said, Owen and Zoe, they'll get along. Um, Zoe finds a safety without power advantage. This allows the holder or a player of their choice to leave Tribal Council before the votes are cast. This makes them unable to be eliminated, but they will not vote. Okay, so it's like a hidden immunity idol, but you just don't vote. So you lose the okay. It's sort of like it's like a weaker idol, I guess. And we'll see. Zoe's gonna try and sell it to Mike. I think that is definitely a reasonable thing to do. I think Mike will buy that. That seems useful. Mike buys it. Yep, that makes sense. So this team, man, I want to see this team. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. I want to see it all crash and burn. Yeah, we have the two alliances. And oh my fucking goodness. Maybe this is gonna. Maybe Team B is just gonna get decimated. Oh, well, they also win a spice kit. How nice. I did see a puzzle, and they have Cameron. That's he'd be pretty good at that. Yeah. Bowie and Jeff find something in common. I guess they're both just like very like outgoing people, I suppose. So I can imagine like Jeff's maybe talking about a party or something, and Bowie's like, "Yeah, I went to this event, and did this." Duncan is impressing the rest of the team. He must be doing a lot of hard work here. And Sean rests at camp to restore his energy. Wow, is he actually sleeping with the other campers instead of on a fucking tree in the middle of nowhere? MacArthur. But this does make sense, actually, because this team just keeps losing, and MacArthur is super competitive, so this is making sense. MacArthur's just like, why haven't we fucking won yet? This is bullshit. Probably swears, too. Beth and Julia have a small fight. Okay, so they were getting along, but I mean, Julie's not that nice of a person, so I can see, like, it seems like a bit of friction's happening there. And Gwen and Priya bond strongly. Okay. Never mind. Remember when, didn't Priya just try to vote you out, Gwen? And now, now you're getting along. Okay. Maybe Gwen is willing to forgive Priya. Or maybe Gwen just doesn't know. Let's see what happens here. I think, yeah, it's gonna be Gwen or Priya, I think, going. Gwen. Priya, well, this is making sense. 2 votes Gwen, 1 vote Priya, 2 votes Gwen, 2 votes Priya, 3 votes Gwen, 2 votes Priya, 4 votes Gwen, and Gwen, 6 votes Gwen, 2 votes Priya. Seem to be getting a lot of the, a lot of iconic players out. Have Gwen and Owen now, that's pretty crazy. I guess Gwen Gwen kind of has to, even though they bonded, they kind of have no choice. Sky voted for Priya, okay. And Gwen gives her fire token to Bowie, okay, interesting. Alright, come on. Team B, we need a comeback. This is just getting sad. Gwen is not happy to be here. Owen spends a fire token to buy a hammock and shares it with Gwen. Oh, that's a nice sentiment. I imagine if like this was like the actual show, I reckon it'd be like comical, where it's like Owen takes it like 80% and like Gwen's like just barely on the edge. I can relate to that. Zoe finds a vote steal. This allows the holder a chance to retrieve a vote steal from the opposing tribe's camp. You can retrieve a vote steal from the opposing tribe's camp. However, the opposing tribe will still vote. So, there's a vote steal in the other team's camp that you have to find. And she's gonna try. Oh, I guess. Wow, Zoe's finding shit. That's pretty crazy. So Zoe's gonna try and give that to Mike as well, but Mike receives it. He buys the advantage. This allows the chance to retrieve a vote steal, but if the opposing tribe can find it, well, never mind. Mike managed to sneak in, get a vote steal, and get back out. Yep, there's oh my, there's so much powers going on here. This needs to, like, please, for the love. Oh, okay, Julie. Wow, these alliances aren't even. They're getting less loyal, I think, over time. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Okay. Team A for us wins immunity. They also win chicken kebabs and a grill. This team of dudes, it's just gonna be this is gonna be our final 10 basically, isn't it? Jesus Christ. It is, yeah, it's gonna be a sausage fest in this simulator. Man, but once it goes down, I'm looking forward to it. Alejandro and Sean have a major fight. Wow. I can't imagine what they'd fight about, actually. My guess is Alejandro said something about, like, oh, zombie apocalypse, that will never happen, that's stupid, and Sean heard that, and Sean didn't like that very much, and so, got in a confrontation there. And Cameron rests at camp to restore his energy. He you know, he's a little twig man, so he needs the rest as much as he can. Wow, not much happens here. They're just Priya and Sanders bond slightly. Did I say Sanders? What did I say? Sands. I guess yous will know what I said. Anyways, I'm guessing best not using the idol. Let's see what happens. Priya gets a vote. Priya gets 2 votes. Heather gets a vote, okay. Priya gets a vote. Priya seems, yeah. 6-1. People, I mean, there's Julia on this team, yeah. That's fair. You know what? That's fine. I've had the last simulation I had, Priya made it to like the fucking final 3. You know what? I'm okay with this. You had a good run, Priya. I mean, I shouldn't say anything just yet. Priya could always come back. With the comeback challenge. At this point, I'm pretty sure that Team B for boobs is just. This simulator clearly has a preference, and yeah, fair enough. I actually didn't see who, Sanders, okay, Sanders has got an extra fire token. We have these 4 on the edge of extinction, or Zoe has a good chance to come back. Owen is completely exhausted, he's fucked. Owen and Zoe have a small fight. Owen's just exhausted, so he's just probably out of it at this point. The castaways on the edge of extinction are given an effort task where they have to collect 20 firewood logs one by one from the top of the hill back to their camp until sundown. No thank you, I don't want to do that. Each castaway that completes the task earns a fire token. Priya does it, Gwen does it, Zoe does it. Oh wow, I'm impressed. Owen's exhausted, he's like, you know what, I need that fire token, I need it, you know? And no one's leaving yet, they're all doing just fine. Nothing happening here. Alrighty, nothing happening. Oh, wow. Loyalty of three. Julie's about to leave this shit. Julia is not staying. She's not getting along with the cops. Yep. This is just one of those games. Team A wins immunity and chicken. You already ate chicken, more chicken. Can't go wrong. Yeah. It's ooh, Bowie and Cameron have a major fight. What could they possibly fight about? You know what? How about you guys write what you think they fought about in the comments below? Because I got nothing. Okay, Beth and Sky find something in common. I could actually see those two find something in common. MacArthur leaves the Alliance. I thought Sanders did too. No, Sanders just works hard at camp and becomes tired, but yeah, MacArthur probably sick of Julia's shit. My guess is Sky's screwed, but who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. First vote. MacArthur was not I guess. Oh, okay. Wow, it's both the cops. Okay, not what I was expecting. I guess Sky is safe for now. MacArthur, it's gonna be one of the cops. Okay. MacArthur. Wow. MacArthur voted for Sanders. What? I guess MacArthur was just having so many meltdowns. Like, I mean, you lose, like, 5, like, immunity challenges in a row. MacArthur's just completely just enraged. She's just not doing anything at this point. Everyone else is just sick of her shit. And yeah, MacArthur's just gone nuts. But she does give her token to Beth, so I guess she must have, like, she didn't even give it to Sanders. What the fuck? Something must have happened. Alright. This is just getting sad. This is getting sad, but let's see what happens here. Owen is completely exhausted again. Owen takes it easy, okay? He's just completely exhausted, and then he's just like, he just lays in the sand, and he just lays there for hours. Completely sunburnt. They all bond slightly because, yeah, that you're on a shithole. And Owen spends a fire token to buy a bottle of wine and shares it with Gwen. Well, that's kind of cool. And once again, sharing it with Gwen. No one's leaving the game. Wow, Owen's being very nice. He is doing what I expected, where he's buying all the food and drinks, but he is sharing it. So that's nice. Twist! As part of a twist, new tribes are randomly assigned. There will be 3 tribes. Thank goodness. Now, everything's been shaken up. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's see what the new teams are. We have Team A for ass, Team B for boobs, and now Team C for cock. In case that's, if that's what you're into, I got you covered. Let's see what these teams are. We got a bunch of dudes in Team A. That makes sense. Bowie, Brody, Duncan, Jeff. Jeff and Brody are still... Ooh, isn't this like... Yeah, isn't like Wayne... Isn't this like... Aren't Bowie, Brody, Jeff, and Wayne in an alliance? I'm pretty sure Duncan's the only person not in this alliance. So Duncan is fucked if that team loses. The new Team B has Alejandro, Cameron, Mike, with Sanders and Sky. I have no idea how that's gonna go. And then Team C has Beth, Heather, Julia. Oh, that. That's fun. With Lightning and Sean. Oh, I can't imagine that. I mean, let's see what happens. So yeah, well, everything's all messed up. Oh, Duncan has the idol though. I forgot. Oh, never mind. Jeff, why did you give him the idol? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's... Oh my goodness. So if they lose... Oh, okay, this is... Alejandro's got the... Oh, yeah, there's... Yeah, everything's been messed up. Yeah, it's pretty much just everyone's for themselves here, and then Beth and Julia are sticking together still. Let's see what happens. Team B... Wow, okay, Team A lost, so it's all the dudes. We have... I'm so looking forward to this immunity. Oh, this tribal council. Duncan has the idol. Bowie and Duncan have another major fight. Duncan, you need to stop. Bowie and Brody bond slightly. That's nice. That's it. Yeah, so far I'm gonna say this simulator has been very interesting so far. Definitely don't know about my favorite yet, but it's definitely up there for sure. Sky is impressing the rest of the team. I mean, she is athletic, you know. I didn't read what the challenge was about, so it might have had something to do with that, and Alejandro and Sky bond slightly. So, Alejandro sees, you know, Sky's really doing something, and Alejandro's gonna try and get in on that, and speaking of getting in on that, we have there's a new alliance with Alejandro, Cameron, Sanders, and Sky, which leaves Mike on his own, but he could always just leave. I guess the safety of that power thing, I'm guessing you use it before the votes. Do you use it before the vote? You would have to use it before the vote, so it's like, it's not, I guess it's not as good as an idol on that. In that aspect, I don't even think about that, but the timing's different. Anyways, what happened to Alejandro? Alejandro is injured, but can stay in the game. Maybe he's walking on his hands now. That's what's happening. Alright. We got Alejandro Walker. Alright, Team C. Julia finds the idol. Again. Beth has the other idol. Yeah, she has to give it to someone. Is she gonna give... That's what I thought. She's gonna transfer the other half to Beth. So I'm guessing Beth's going to give it to Julia. Now they're both going to have idols, which is going to make that a very strong team indeed. Heather and Lightning have a minor disagreement. It has a lasting impact. I mean, Lightning is just... He's never very bright, so I can imagine... This is an argument about something stupid. Not that important, but yeah. And Heather and Sean actually have a small fuss. They actually are funny over something. My guess is Sean is sort of isolating himself a bit now, and Heather's like, no, what are you doing? Come back here, and Sean's like, no. Alright, let's see what happens here. So, I'm guessing they're all gonna vote for Duncan, but Duncan's gonna use his idol. Jeff, you dumbass. Yeah, Duncan uses the idol. Oh boy, let's see what happens here. Any votes against Duncan will not count. First vote, Duncan does not count. Duncan does not count. Duncan does not count. Wayne. There's two... I mean, that's fucked. Rip Wayne, I suppose, but someone else has voted for Wayne. Someone has betrayed the alliance. Let's see who it was. It was Jeff. You motherfucker. Okay, not expecting that. And Wayne gives his fire token to Bowie. Okay. Wow, okay, that was unexpected, Jeff. Wow, Bowie's got fire tokens like crazy, but that shop, from what I remember, was very expensive. Yep, let's see what happens now. Wayne is on the edge of extinction. Zoe's doing pretty good. MacArthur and Owen are now completely exhausted. Gwen finds an idol nullifier. This must be played by its holder while voting and negates a hidden immunity played on the targeted player. And can be sold to a player for a fire token. She's going to try and sell it to Bowie. Okay. So that would be good, because there are a lot of idols around, so to have a nullifier seems good, I'm gonna guess. You got 3 fire tokens, and this is it's not a bad power by any means, so you'll take it. Yeah, we got this alliance of 3. Although Jeff's loyalty, even though it says 8, is maybe more questionable than it seems. Alejandro still hasn't even used he hasn't been to a single tribal council. And yes, we have this alliance of 4, so it's, yeah, Mike. Mike will probably use his power as well if that team loses. Do they combine the idol? Do Julie and Beth combine the idol? They don't yet. Interesting. Oh, right. Oh. Team C wins immunity. Okay. They also win peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with milk. For some reason, my mind was thinking like the milk's part of the like in the sandwich, which sounds disgusting. Eh. Also, I just want to say, for the record, when I hear, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but when I think, what's jelly? Oh, it's a whole, yeah. It's what I get for being Australian, but, when I think jelly, I think something else. And then you got, like, jam, and there's, like, jello, and, oh, that's all. It's all a thing. Anyways, looks like maybe the simulator has a new preference, after all. Maybe they're into the phallic kind. Bowie and Jeff Bonstrong, they're getting along pretty well. They really are getting along, which is quite cool. Anything happening here? Mike and Sky find something in common. I guess maybe Svetlana. I could imagine, like, yeah, I could see something like that. Like, yeah, I could see that being a thing. And Alejandro is impressing the rest of the team. Understandable. I mean, he's walking on his hands. Like, that is impressive. Let's see. Do Beth and Julia? Oh, okay. So Julia is just giving Beth all the. I would have thought at the very least, Julia's found both idols and has just given them both to Beth. So Beth now has 2 fucking idols. Is Beth gonna win this? Beth's just gonna get carried to victory by Julia. Heather and Lightning bond strongly. What the hell did those 2 bond about? I guess I thought they were arguing. Yeah, but they found something in common. Somehow. Maybe it was their dislike of Julia. Maybe that's what it was. And Julia leaves this alliance. Yeah, she doesn't care about Sanders. Although that seems that was like a pretty good team to have on. That's a pretty good alliance to have on that team. You had the majority, and then, yeah, you've lost it. Alright. Yeah, that's right, we got 2 tribal councils. I think Duncan's doomed. First vote goes to Duncan. Brody. If I see anything else, I'm gonna be shocked. Yep, Duncan. Sorry, man. So a lot of the Gen 1 characters going home. Now this isn't we got. Oh no, Mike's gonna leave. Well, this will be interesting actually. Michael says the vote steal power as well. I can't imagine you could use both. Let's see what happens. Mike doesn't do anything. Oh my god. I'll read the votes. First vote, Mike. Second vote is for Sanders. So 1 vote for Mike, 1 vote for Sanders. 2 votes for Mike. Mike, you dumbass! No! Mike had Mike could have just sat out. Mike could have just been completely safe, just sit it out. And instead, his dumbass is now going home with a vote steal power and a safety without power advantage. 2 advantages, and he just threw it away. Zoe is gonna be pissed. Because Zoe gave all that to... Oh, what a waste. What a waste. I'm surprised Cameron voted for Mike, but, my only guess is, yeah, just Mike just didn't think those other 4 were in an alliance, because to be fair, that's a pretty crazy alliance to have. Yeah, Mike just got blindsided. Wow, let's see. I don't know who Mike... Maybe... Oh, Mike probably didn't have a fire token. I don't know if Mike had fire tokens. Right, we got 3, 4, 5. Duncan and Mike are on the edge of extinction. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. MacArthur, Owen, and now Zoe are exhausted. MacArthur's taking it easy there. She saw what Owen did the other day and was like, I'm gonna do that too. 4 new fire tokens are hidden. Okay, so there's a race. Gwen, Duncan... Wow, okay. Good job, Gwen. Gwen finds 2 of them. Duncan finds one. Is Gwen? No, Gwen's not exhausted. Wow. Good job, Gwen. Mike finds one. And everyone's still in the game. Wow. We haven't even... For record, we are 40 minutes in, and we are not at the merge, so... Oh boy. I'm expecting this to be a long video. Bowie has the nullifier. Yeah, Brody and Jeff working together with Bowie. Okay, and yeah, we'll see what happens if this team loses again. Beth with 2 fucking idols. Alright. Reward challenge. Team A wins several pizzas and soft drinks. Oh, they're partying. Oh, they're going for a hard party. That's definitely Jeff, Brody. They're all very happy. Also, these 3 are in alliance. That's all that's left. These 2 teams are in the exact same situation where they have to vote out their alliance members. And then Team B just wins a singular pizza. That's just cruel. You have to split... I mean, I guess it's like a full... I'm guessing it's not like a pizza slice. I'm guessing it's a full pizza, you know, you can cut that in quarters pretty easily. But it would be funny if it's just one slice that you had to share amongst 4 people. But they both do win immunity, they clutch it up. It looks like Team C is, going to them. They're gonna have a bad time. Alright. Okay, Bowie gets along with Jeff well, but not necessarily with Brody as much. My only guess is just like Brody, not that Jeff's super bright, but Brody's a little less bright than Jeff. Also, I was gonna say, no wonder like Bowie gets along with these 2. It's like Wayne, Jeff and Brody do remind me of Wayne and Raj in a lot of ways. See, Cameron and Sky find something in common. What could they find in common? I've definitely seen these 2 get shipped before. That's all. That was just what popped in my mind, but that's not what's happening here. I don't think. Alejandro. Okay, Cameron's actually like, you know what? Alejandro. Let's just do this. Let's just fucking do this. You know, I'm sure like Cameron at the back of his mind's like, you know, I don't know if, yeah, Alejandro's not trustworthy, but he's a strong player. Sanders rests to restore energy. Sanders is just a hard worker, and Cameron is injured, but gets treated to stay in the game. Thank goodness, you know. I want Cameron to stick around. I mean, Mike and Zoe already gone. Oh yeah, Beth's not going home, I don't think. Imagine if Beth goes home with 2 idols. Imagine. It could happen. Beth and Lightning have a minor disagreement, fair enough, and... Ooh, wow, Julia's just leaving all of her alliance. She's really just, like, going solo, but... Why would you give Beth those both idols that you found? I mean, I know it was hard. I know it was like you had to give someone a half and then combine it, but like you can always be like, "Hey, I want that. I want one." Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I know someone who's safe. Probably. First vote, Lightning. I guess he is kinda dumb. 2 votes, Lightning. Sean. It's down to the one of the dudes. Looks like it might not be a sausage vest after all. Sean gets a vote. Ooh, I think Lightning's going home, but I'm not confident. It is Lightning, and Lightning has gone home. Well, not home, but he's at the edge of extinction. So, let's see. Lightning gives his token to Heather. I guess because they did bond strongly at some point, so yeah, Heather and Lightning actually got along somehow. Yeah, okay. Alright, these teams are getting pretty small, but let's keep going. Lightning arrives on the edge of extinction. There are now 9 people. Bunch of people exhausted. A bunch of people bonding slightly. Mike spends a token to buy an advantage in the returning challenge. Okay, Mike's getting ready. Priya, or might be challenge time. Priya spends a fire token to buy an advantage. Duncan spends it. Yeah, everyone. You need those advantages. Like Gwen buys one. And wow, Gwen had a lot of fire tokens. Gwen buys an immunity idol, so if Gwen does come back, she's back with heat. Zoe spends 2 fire tokens to buy 2 advantages. That's not a bad play. Zoe spends 1 token to buy a jar of peanut butter. And shares with Mike. You know, it's like, regardless of what happens, you know, let's enjoy this peanut butter together. How romantic! A romantic peanut butter. A romantic jar of peanut butter. They compete and the winner returns to the game. So this is it. One of these 9 is coming back. I mean, Zoe's got the best chance, but it could be anyone. Back in the saddle. For having the first advantage, they all do not have to dig for the bag of string. Zoe has her knots already untied. Let's see who's back in the game. Zoe wins and will return to the game. Turns out those advantages came in handy after all. And MacArthur's nothing left to give at this point and considers raising the flag. And Owen is also considering giving up. There's some... Oh my goodness. Okay, MacArthur and Owen, this was their like last hope, and they're just like... They're just done. They both raise their flags to leave the game. They're not coming back. Zoe is now back. We have the merge. Wow, this is... What do we got here? This... A lot of people I wasn't... expecting. We have both the Parketeer characters. Cameron and Zoe from Gen 2. We have Jeff, Alejandro, and Heather. That's crazy. Like, I guess Heather's here, but there's no Duncan, no Gwen, no Owen. Yeah, we got Bowie. We have Bowie and Julia, but not the actual winners. We don't have Bria or Wayne, and Beth. And yeah, we've got Beth as well, which is like Beth and Sanders, which are like not characters you would think Like, they're not the most, like, iconic characters, you know what I mean? But it's an interesting cast. Everything's going down now, so, let's see what happens. Okay, new stuff. For 3 tokens, you can steal someone's spot on a reward. It allows you to take the spot of any player who won or was selected. Wow, so you could just be like, you could just be a dick. You can spend 2 tokens to send a note to any player on the edge of extinction. I guess that could have some advantage. Maybe it's like for jury voting at the end of the game, maybe? That's sort of, I don't know exactly what else you would use that for. Anyways, food, we can... Why the hell would you spend 4 tokens for a fucking small bag of beans, or 5 tokens for a bag of rice? Why would you steal someone's reward? Oh, they're about to win a big old steak, pizzas, whatever. I want that. I don't want a fucking... I'm not spending 4 of my hard-earned tokens on beans. At least with at least with these 2 pillars, 2 blankets, you could like share that with someone and be like, hey, you know, I'll share this with you. But okay, Alejandro still has his temporary hidden immunity idol. Beth has 2 idols. Bowie has an idol nullify. Ooh, that's something I didn't... How does that work? If Beth tries to use one, but then Bowie nullifies it, I don't think Beth could then use the other one to, like... Yeah. Is it possible that Beth uses... Like, if Beth knows Bowie's gonna idol nullify, does the idol nullify only nullify 1 idol, or 2, or does it nullify both? Because there's a scenario where, like, Beth uses both idols on herself at the same time, if that's even a thing that you can do, and I don't know if you actually can do that. Bowie nullifies one, but the other sticks. That would be nuts. Bowie also has an idol too. Jeez, Bowie is cracked as well. The alliances are all back now, or what's left of them. Like Julia, I think, sort of went solo. But yeah, we got this. Yeah, we got this party alliance here, and then sort of Alejandro. Alejandro's in a. He's dipping his toes in a lot of alliances here. Get a grip. Wow. The last man and the last woman left holding on without touching the ground wins. They just hang on a pole for as long as they can. Well, yeah, no shit, Alejandro. Alejandro can just... He can walk on his hands. I'm not surprised he can just hold onto a pole. Julia and Alejandro win. They're pretty strong, so I'm not surprised. They also win a fire token as well, which is, So they're both safe. Bit of a waste on the idol, I'd imagine. Because you can't... Well, I guess you can use it on someone else. You can, like, protect someone else. Okay, Brody and Heather have a small fight. Okay, fair enough. And now we have another alliance. It's the 2 party dudes, and they decide to bring Zoe into it. I guess, you know, Zoe had a pretty bad time. She's back, you know, everyone's like, ugh, you know, what are you doing back? You know, we actually stuck around, and Jeff and Brody actually were like, hey, Zoe, you know, come with us, you know, we're cool. Zoe's injured, I think she was injured before as well, but still stays. It was, wow, okay. Zoe is, like, holding on, I would say that, Alejandro and Julia have necklaces. Alejandro has the idol. Beth has 2 idols. Yeah, there's a lot. I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is no one does anything. Okay. Now let's see. The first vote goes to Sanders. Okay. Another vote for Sanders. There's 10 votes left. Vote for Brody. Okay. Another vote for, okay, it's probably going to be down to Brody versus Sanders. I wasn't expecting that. I guess the thing is Sanders and Brody are pretty likable. Like, if you send, like, I'm guessing, like, if Alejandro or Julie get to the end, do you really want them to win? You're not going to vote for them to win, so... Sanders gets 3, Brody has 3, it's one of these two. 4 votes Brody, 3 votes Sanders, 4 to 4, 5 Brody, 4 Sanders, 5 to 5. What if it ties? There's a chance this ties. That'd be nuts. Brody gets 6 to 5. Will it tie? The 10th person voted out of Total Drama Winners at War is Brody. Very close. What happened here? Alejandro, Beth voted for Brody. Bowie, Brody. Yeah, that alliance. Plus Sean and Zoe. Yeah, because Zoe was part of the alliance too. Brody gives his token to Jeff, that makes sense. So I think they're going after, yeah, the party alliance. That's what's probably happening. Now that's not great. That does not spell. That's not a good sign for Jeff, Zoe, Bowie, and Sean. I think they're on the outliers. They're on the outskirts. All right. Not that many fights. I mean, like, Alejandro can steal a reward. That's about it here. Edge of Extinction. That's right. That's what's coming up next. Oh, there's a new list. That's right. They've got no fire tokens. One advantage in the return challenge is 2 tokens. Okay, now it's just getting more expensive, it seems. Create an ally. What's this? Allows you to send an extra vote to any player in the game. They will know it's from you. Ah, that's cool. But they'll know it's from you. But you have to then win the return challenge. Because I think there's another return challenge. You have to win the challenge. They have to lose. Yeah. It's not useless, but it'd be hard to utilize. Access to information provides current fire token count for every playstyle in the game. That doesn't seem very useful. Luxury, you can buy... Yeah. Duncan is exhausted. Lightning's fine, he's just like, yeah, I'm chill. Brody and Mike have a major fight. Wow. Okay. Comments below, tell me what the hell they fought about. Possibly it wasn't Mike, possibly it was like Vito or something, you know. Or maybe Chester came out and was like, you young fellas. It could be something like that. Lightning finds a 50-50 coin. This allows the holder to flip a coin at any tribal council until there are 7 active players left. They will have a 50% chance of being immune from the vote based on the coin tossed. It can be sold to any player for however many fire tokens Lightning chooses. Lightning will try and sell it for 1. Could have, at least, 1's not very good anymore. You need to sell it for at least 2 Lightning, but this is Lightning after all. Oh well, we'll just give Alejandro even more powers, you know, he clearly needs it. But also, this coin toss, I mean, it's literally, like, an idol that just doesn't work half the time. Yeah, no shit he buys that, that's pretty good. Alejandro's a temporary idol, we will use that next tribal council, and a actual, like, half an idol. Well, it's not half an idol, that is an actual thing, but it's like an idol that works half the time. Confusing, I know. Yeah, wow, there's a lot. I guess the idol nullify. I guess the coin's not an idol nullify. You can't nullify a coin because it's not an idol. Alrighty, proceed. New school. You have 2 groups here, and it looks like, oh. Okay, so Sean just gets shafted, and he just can't win. Okay, that sucks. Group 2 wins a reward. they win Chinese takeout delivered to camp. Wonder if they play the song too. From World Tour. That's a song that's aged like milk. No, I was thinking I guess Alejandro can't actually steal the reward because he bought the other thing. That's yeah, that's fair. And okay, Sky wins immunity and a fire token on some sort of Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Guess everyone else is missing now. Let's see what happens. Bowie and Sky find something in common. Okay. I guess they are both pretty athletic. So I could imagine it's something to do with that. And that's it. We're just getting straight to the votes here. Okay, let's see what happens. Sky's immune. Alejandro's gonna protect himself. Beth might as well. Bowie can nullify something, maybe. Bowie also has an idol. Alejandro's a coin. Sean attempts to use the voting as a hidden immunity idol. Like, I've never seen that before. Sean attempts... Oh, did someone tries to use the voting urn as an... What? Okay, that's funny. I've never seen that in the simulator before. Alejandro's gonna use his idol. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, that's right, Brody. You got... Yeah. Sean's gonna... Okay. Sean did try and use a voting urn as an idol, so Sean might be desperate. 1 vote Jeff, 1 vote Sean, 2 votes for Sean, 3 votes Sean. Okay, I think Sean's fucked. Wow, what did Sean do to get 10 votes? No wonder he tried to use the urn. He was so desperate. He knew he was donezo. Sean, that is a funny way to go. Wow. Sean gives it to Beth. You know, because Beth needs more fucking idols. Alright. This is so... There's a lot going on here. Reward challenge. Challenge is set up, but it is just a decoy. A family visit takes place where each remaining castaway's loved one visits for the whole day. Is this I don't know where this is it the reward for this or for the actual competition? Duncan and Priya is exhausted, Brody and Wayne have a little fight. Okay, they get the inhabitants on edge of extinction are also able to spend the day with a loved one. Oh, okay, so I guess everyone, this is a nice happy day. You know, Priya's, you know, Priya's like mom came and was like, you better fucking win this or else you're working the whole summer. A bit tipsy. Okay, Julia is cracked. And 2 fire... That's pretty good. You get 2 fire tokens. Although, not like you can use them for a whole lot. Okay, idols. Sky and Zoe bonds are strongly. About time. I knew those two very similar to me. Very similar, not identical, but... You know, I've heard these two definitely... feel very similar to me, and same with Priya. These three, they're all basically the nice athletic woman that wins. There's a lot of them. Bowie is impressing the rest of the team. Okay, good job, Bowie. And Beth and Cameron find something common. Yeah, they're both nerds. Come on, this should have happened ages ago. Well, I guess I don't know if they've ever been on the same team until the merge, but yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah, Julie got 5 tokens now. I'll be honest, I need a sip of water, because I've been talking for like, what, about an hour straight, you know? So, I think I deserve this. Ah, that's a bit fucking better. Jeez. Yeah, let's see what happens. No one does anything. Everyone's just got all these powers and are not using them. 1 vote Sanders. 1 vote Heather. Uh-oh. 2 votes Heather. Uh-oh. I don't think Heather's was any of the I think she is an alliance, but it looks like it's Heather. Oh, Sanders gets a vote. Heather gets another. Oh, I'm not. Zoe gets a vote. Who the fuck? Who voted for Zoe? Okay, this is 4 votes Heather, 2 votes Sanders, 2 votes Zoe. Heather's probably screwed, but okay, maybe not. It's 6 votes Heather, 2 votes Sanders, 2 votes Zoe. Wow. Alejandro, of course, didn't vote for Heather. Alejandro voted for Zoe. Bowie voted for Sanders. Jeff, oh, those two, yeah, okay. And yeah, Heather voted for Zoe. Wow, look at that, Alejandro and Heather working together for once. And Heather gives the token to Alejandro and 1 to Bowie. Wow, okay, maybe Heather and Alejandro got along this time. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Alrighty. Final 9, holy crap, this... Now, normally, if this was me a few years ago, I would have split this up to a couple of parts, but, nowadays I just make this one gigantic video. And this video is gonna be long, I can tell you that, wow. Heather's on the edge of extinction. Bunch of people are exhausted. Bunch of people find something in common. Lightning finds an extortion advantage, okay. It can be inflicted upon any player still in the game unless that player chooses... So, unless that player gives up however many fire tokens Lightning chooses. It better not be 1. If the ransom is not met, that player will not be allowed to participate or vote at Tribal Council. Oh, so you just... Lightning will use it for 6 tokens. Holy shit. That is a... Wow. Julia, do you really need that vote that badly? Or is it like... I imagine it's just like she can't vote for the 1 Tribal Council. But it just says she can't participate or vote at... It doesn't say, like, the next Tribal Council. So this might be a case of, like, you just can't vote ever? In which case, yes, I would like to vote at some point during the game. I don't quite know how this works, but... It doesn't say the next Tribal Council. I'm assuming you just can never vote again. Julia doesn't have enough, though. Oh, okay. Sky was like, you know, I'll be nice. I'll give you some fire tokens. So she pays the ransom off, so Lightning is stacked on tokens. He might come back. Alejandro is the 50-50 coin. Best still cracked. Bowie's still cracked. The alliances, there's a lot of, yeah. There's a lot of, like, little alliances. Nothing big. Title unknown. Wow, what a creative name for this reward challenge. Group 1 consists of 4 castaways. Group 2 consists of 4 castaways. Sanders just gets left behind. Okay. And Group 2 wins a taco bar. Okay. Sounds alright. And, well, okay. Sky, another poll. I swear half these challenges just to do with polls. Sky wins this one and also gets her tokens back. Okay, Beth and Sanders have a minor disagreement. I think Sanders has been on the, Sanders has been kind of on the edge for a while now. Not on the edge of extinction, but just kind of on the edge of going to the edge of extinction. Wow, wow, that disagreement, it was minor, but it was enough to dissolve this alliance. I didn't even know this was an alliance. Okay, Sky has immunity, idol, nullifier, more idol, another idol, 50-50 coin. No one does anything. Alright, first vote. Oh, see, Julia. This is why you don't give 2 idols to Beth. I thought you were smart, Julia. 1 vote Sanders, and then a vote for Jeff. Okay, we've got something interesting. A 3-way. Jeff gets 2 votes. Julia gets 2 votes. So, okay, 3 votes Jeff, 2 votes Julia, 1 vote Sanders. Jeff gets 4 votes. Seems like Jeff's pretty screwed. Julia gets 3. Could it be a tie? I hope it's a tie. That'd be fun. No. 5 votes Jeff, 3 votes Julia, 1 vote Sanders. Who the hell voted for Sanders? Alejandro, Bowie, and Jeff voted for Julia. Beth, Cameron, Zoe voted for Sanders. What's your issue, Zoe? Jeff gives his tokens to Bowie. They did get along pretty well. Bowie has a lot of tokens. Bowie might steal a reward or do something with these tokens. Might buy Tarp. That was a thing you could buy. Jeff's up there. Everyone's doing. Everyone else has 0 tokens. Lightning has 7. Lightning has a really good chance of coming back, I think. Gwen and Lightning have a minor disagreement. It's probably about those fucking tokens. Gwen's probably jealous. Lightning buys a hammock. He's just like, yeah, I've got this. The castaways on the edge are given another effort task. We have to collect 20 coconuts, 1 by 1, from the back of the island back to the camp until sundown. The first 6 to finish receive 2 fire tokens. I wonder if one of those 20 coconuts are Mr. Coconut. Probably not, because Owen's not here. Sean finishes first. Hey, good job, Sean. You get 2 fire tokens. Lightning, he basically just got a free hammock, was what that means. Jeff got 2 fire tokens. Heather got 2 fire tokens. Imagine doing this and then getting like 7th. That'd be so shit. And Mike. There's a lot more tokens now, so okay, it makes things more interesting. Alliances, yeah, okay, so we have... It's basically this alliance of 4 with Alejandro, Cameron, Sanders, and Sky. Sky's also working with Beth, and Alejandro's working with Bowie. So these 6 are pretty sick. Who's not in those 6? I guess first, when it rains, it pours. I feel I'm getting deja vu. I feel like these 2 have won immunity together before. The last man and woman standing, it's the same 2 people. I mean, it makes sense. They're pretty strong. I know Beth's not in one of the alliances. Wow. Wow. Alejandro is won the challenge. What are you having a major meltdown for? And Sanders has a major... Wow, so something bad. Maybe the weather was maybe fucking pour down raining or something. I mean, that would make anyone pretty upset. I mean, what? I mean, something happened to where 2 people had a major meltdown, including someone who won the challenge. I'm not surprised. Sanders has been sort of... It's pretty scary for Sanders, I think. Well, she's in that alliance, so... They're safe. Yeah, who's not? It's Beth and I think Bowie. No, Bowie's with Alejandro. It's... Julia? I don't think Julie's in the alliance. It's Beth and Julia, which... yeah, I mean, Julie's not getting voted out. This could be interesting. Does anyone do anything? No one does anything again. I mean, wow. Jesus Christ. Zoe gets a vote. Sanders gets a vote. Zoe gets a vote. Sanders gets a vote. Sanders has survived so many eliminations. This is her time. Zoe gets a vote. Zoe gets another vote. Zoe is out. Yeah, it's that alliance of... I know someone was aligned with Zoe, but she wasn't in, like, the main alliance of 4. Yep, so they all voted together, and Beth also voted for Zoe. Okay. I see. Cameron voted for, whatever. There we go. Final 7, I mean... So, Alejandro's gonna use... There was something that had to be done at the final 7. I don't remember... I don't know if it was the coin, or there was... I swear there was something that had to be used at the final 7. I don't know if it still exists or not. Pretty was struggling to adjust to the edge of extinction. I mean, you've been exhausted for a while. I've noticed. It's these same 5 they after, and they're just done. Pretty was struggling to adjust. Yeah, you're really struggling. Mike spends 2 fire tokens to buy an extra vote power. For Alejandro, because you know what? He really needs it. Heather's gonna give Bowie an extra vote power. Okay. Interesting. Wayne has nothing left to give and considers raising the flag, but... And he does! Oh my goodness, Wayne is out of here. Okay, Wayne has given up. So, Alejandro and Bowie have extra votes. Though Bowie's not in the Alliance of 4, but he is working with Alejandro. I want to make potentially some betrayal or something. This could get interesting. Julia returns to... because... Yeah, okay, so Julia's actually been nice enough to be like, okay, I'll give you the tokens back. Fair enough. Yes, okay, Alejandro's to use the coin, so he's going to use that. Yeah, so yeah. Beth and Sky... Or maybe it was wrong. Maybe Zoe wasn't part of... Maybe it was Zoe that wasn't part of anything. Yeah, it's these 6. So who... I think it's just... Julia. Julia's not part of anything, so I think Julia's going home next, most likely, unless she wins immunity here. Oh my goodness. I think she was going to go home if she didn't do that, so she has 1 immunity and even more fire tokens. Wow, so everything's going to go down here. Because the Alliance of 4 could vote out either Beth or Bowie, but they both have idols. And Bowie's an extra vote. What's gonna happen? Julie and Sanders have a minor disagreement. Who cares? Bowie and Julia have a major fight. You know what? I'm surprised it's taken this long. We have a new alliance, okay. So Sanders, Cameron, and Bowie form an alliance. So I think that's good for Bowie. I think that's Beth might be in a... This is getting complicated, I'll be honest, this is getting complicated, holy shit. It's all going down. All because Julia won immunity. Let's see what happens. Alejandro, oh, no. Yeah, Alejandro's gonna use the coin. Oh my god, there's like 10 powers, this is ridiculous. This is absurd. Bowie's gonna vote an extra time. And that's it. So Alejandro... Oh no, this is the time. Beth uses the idol. Okay, Beth's using an idol. She thinks she's getting... Alejandro uses the coin. Does he get immunity from it? Not say Alejandro, it's a nothing, it's a dud. And that's it. So, oh boy. Beth used one of her idols. There's extra votes going everywhere. Let's see what happens. Beth does not count. I knew there'd be a lot on Beth. Did these extra votes get wasted? That's what I'm curious about. I'm gonna be honest, I think they were. Beth does not count. Beth does not count. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sanders. Oh, please not Sanders. In the back of my mind, I've been rooting for Sanders. Look, she's been getting voted. Oh, is it... Wow. Sanders got fucked over by the idol. Wow. Look at that. That is nuts. Yep, I think both extra votes were wasted. Wow. Wasted extra votes. Oh, that is tragic. Who gave the idol to Beth? It's been so long. It was Julia. Who did Julia vote for? Voted for okay, so Julia, yeah, Julia knew. Because, yeah, Julia knows about... Julia knows Beth has 2 fucking idols. Julia's still in here too, which is, this is a final 6. Certainly got variety. We still got, you know, all... No Redonkulous Race. That was the last Redonkulous Race character, but, still lots of, you know, we got, you know, some Gen 1, some Gen 2, Gen 3, the Gen 5. We did have Gen 4 until just now. Sanders runs the other, yeah, there's now 11. Someone new, I think Brody's exhausted now. Who's new? Duncan and Heather have a small fight. I mean, they're exhausted. They're not gonna have a great time. Lightning spends... Wait. What? Lightning? I thought Lightning was gonna use those... I thought, you know, Lightning... The reasonable thing would be to use these 6 fire tokens to buy 3 advantages to get back in the game. But Lightning spends them all to give Bowie 3 extra votes. So Bowie could just basically just single-handedly vote someone out almost. What? What? That's ridiculous. Oh, I didn't... That's so dumb. Lightning, why'd you do that? Jeff spends 2 fire tokens to buy a pillow and shares. That's kind of nice. That's kind of wholesome. That's good. That's good. Lightning finds a Lightning's just fucking doing everything. He's finding all the crap. He's giving Bowie 3 extra votes, and he also, I think, he gave him 1 last time as well. What would Bowie think when he sees that? Like, oh yeah, Lightning gave you 3 extra votes, by the way. What would he even think? He'd just be like, does Bowie even know Lightning? Like, have they I guess they would have at the start when they're all together on the first team. But what is going on? Lightning finds a challenge disadvantage. This allows the holder to inflict a disadvantage against player of their choice at the next immunity challenge. It can be sold to any player for any rate. So okay, you can basically okay, I see. Lightning's gonna try to sell for 8 tokens, you greedy son of a bitch, Lightning. It's just a challenge disadvantage, I mean. And does Heather give up? She does not. She thinks about it, but she's sticking around. She's too determined to leave. I guess, wow, I guess is Alejandro gonna buy it? I guess it's better, I guess it's like, you might as well get something at this point. It could come in handy. Wow, Lightning with 8 more tokens! He better not give Bowie 4 more votes. Okay. Lightning has sent 3 extra votes to Bowie. That's so dumb. Beth has the team... Yeah. Bowie is the idol nullifier. Bowie's so powerful. Now the alliances. The alliance has shrunk, yes, because Sanders got upvoted. Oh. Yeah, Julia still needs to win. What is... Okay. Oh, so Alejandro anonymously uses the challenge... Oh, against Beth. Beth will have 30% more beam and blocks. Okay, so she has a... She's not gonna win. And Alejandro wins immunity and 2 fire tokens. The merge spends 10 fire tokens to buy 2 regular bags of rice. Bowie and Sky offer 3. Bowie and Sky offer 3 tokens. Beth offers 2. Alejandro and Julia offer 1. The merge spends 4 tokens to buy a small bag. Okay, so they're just like, fuck it. We need food. We're desperate. I mean, not like gonna use the tokens for anything else, I suppose. Okay, never mind. Bowie spends 2 fire tokens to write a letter to Heather. Maybe Bowie's... Yeah, I'm guessing Bowie's gonna try and get Heather to vote for him during the jury, maybe? Beth has the idol, nullifier, idol, extra vote, 3 extra votes. Julian Skyver, small fire, yeah, fair enough. I think Julia is done for here, I think. But it does depend a lot on what Bowie does. Alejandro resting, yeah, okay. He's finally starting to catch up to him. Let's see. Who knows, maybe something interesting will happen. No one does anything. I think Julia is just... Yeah, Bowie doesn't like Julia, so I'm... Yeah. Did Bowie vote for Beth? I don't remember. Julia... Okay. I think I know. We think those extra votes were still a waste. We didn't need those extra votes. Bowie voted for Julia. Yep. And it only shows it once. It only shows it twice here, which is interesting. Does Bowie still have an extra vote? The finale? There's 5 people left, but I guess this is the last time you used the idol, so they're getting used. Julie's on the edge of extinction. Julia had a... If only Julia didn't give 2 idols to Beth. Heather reads the letter from Bowie. Yeah, that could be interesting. They are completely exhausted. These people all bond slightly. Wow. What a surprise, actually. Lightning spends 2... Yeah, it's time? Is it time? Oh, he buys an idol. Oh my goodness. Sean, okay, I think it's challenge time. Someone's coming back. Not much stuff here. Don't call it a comeback. The castaways will each be attached to a rope that is woven through a series of obstacles. The first to reach the end wins. They do not have to do the fence obstacle. Who's coming back? 12 people! One of these people could come back and win the whole thing. My bets are on Lightning. He's done so much crazy shit, I kind of hope he comes back. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Everyone else will go to the Ponderosa. Yeah, so that's it. This is our final 6, I guess. Lightning is back in it. He had 9 tokens. What? Oh. Lightning did so much. Even though Lightning hasn't been in the competition for ages, I kind of want him to win still. Like, he's done so much on the edge of extinction. Wow. I mean, if Bowie gets voted off now, I wonder who Bowie's gonna pick to win. Like, if Lightning makes it to the end, yeah. Bowie still has an extra vote. Wow. So I guess Bowie didn't. I guess you can choose not to spend the extra votes. It's kind of awkward now. Like, Lightning has an idol as well, and this is the last round to use it. Oh. No, oh, there's 6 people. There's 6 now, so there's an extra, yeah. Lightning is on his own though, so he might have to use the idol right away, which is probably why he bought that and not more advantages. Alejandro wins immunity. He also wins an Italian feast with chocolate cake and red wine. Well, that sounds pretty good, except I don't like wine actually. So that doesn't sound good. I'll drink it. Like, fuck it. It'll just taste like something, you know. At this point, Alejandro shares it with Bowie and Cameron, so they all get to feast. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Cameron and Lightning bond slightly. Okay. They did get along in Revenge of the Island for a while until Cameron won that challenge. But Cameron hasn't won any challenges here, so we're all good. Alejandro and Bowie have a minor disagreement. Okay, they've been working together for a lot of the game. I think since they've been working for a long time now, I think, actually. Cameron works hard, becomes tired. Wow, back on your hand you go, Alejandro. Well, a lot of injuries, but no one's been medically evacuated or anything yet. Let's see what's happened. Lightning, I mean, this would be the tiny easy idol if you've got the... Cause you're not in an alliance or anything. It'd be fucked if Bowie votes for Lightning. That'd be so cruel. Nope. Ooh, no one does anything? Okay. First vote, yeah, Lightning's getting a vote. Lightning's getting 2 votes. Lightning, if you go home, I swear to God, it would be really funny. Beth gets a vote. Lightning gets 4 votes left. Lightning, you fucking... What? He got back in the game, he won the chance, he got back in the game, and then just fucking threw immediately. What a waste. What a waste. Waste of a comeback challenge. A waste of an idol. And that also means Bowie did use his extra votes on Lightning. That's fucked. That is... Oh my goodness. I mean... Oh, I knew you weren't Bright Lightning, but oh my goodness, that's bad. 7 votes Lightning. It was so obvious too. Well, that was all that build up for that payoff. What a sad. Oh my, 3 votes from Bowie. All right. Our final 5. Yep, this is, I mean, I think I can see what's gonna happen here. Alliances, I think everyone's aligned with everyone, but these 3 are in an alliance of 3, and Bowie and Beth are not. So I think Beth and Bowie are on the outskirts, but Bowie has an idol and can nullify Beth's idol, so potentially Beth's in a pre-bout. Alejandro, can you stop winning the challenge now? I'm getting sick of seeing your stupid face. Bowie and Cameron have a small fight. They had a fight before as well. Alejandro has a major meltdown. Alejandro's had a bad time. Beth and Bowie bond slightly, okay. I guess at this point, there's so few people, it's like, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, you exist. Let's see. I mean, everyone's gonna use their stuff, so let's see what happens. Bowie does use the idol nullifier on Beth. Does Beth use the idol on herself? She does use it on herself, so it doesn't happen. Bowie uses it on himself. Okay, so that was correct. Let's see if Beth's going home. Or if something else happens. I'd be surprised. Bowie gets a vote, does not count. Bowie gets a vote, does not count. Beth gets a vote. I think it was pretty much exactly what I thought in my head. I thought, yeah, that was pretty much, yeah. Beth gets 3, Bowie gets 2. Wow, that idol nullifier came in handy. That was what I predicted. Beth and Sky voted, so Sky's in a bad shape because, yeah, okay, I see, yes, okay. Well, I guess Sky's in the alliance of 3, but, yeah, But, I mean, Bobby's in an alliance with Cameron and Alejandro, so really you could argue that Bowie's also in an alliance of 3 as well. It's getting complicated. Fuck off, Alejandro. Stop. Alejandro, wow. Alejandro is impressing the rest of the team. By the way, Alejandro is impressing the rest of the team. Alejandro is really impressing the team. Okay, that's just kind of funny that that's done that. Bowie and Cameron have made up. They've made up. They've bonded very strongly. maybe because they have to at this point. There's so few people left. Um, Alejandro must. Ooh, who does he pick? So, pick anyone. I think he's aligned with everyone. So let's see. He grants it to Sky. Not what I expected. So it's Bowie and Cameron competing in a fire making challenge. Oh, Cameron, I don't have great hopes for you. I gotta be honest, Cameron. Bowie wins. Yeah, I mean, I did say Cameron was a twig man, but you can't use yourself to make fire. That's our final three. Honestly, I'm not too upset by this. Alejandro, Bowie, and Sky. Alejandro's just won a shit ton of challenges. Bowie has gotten a lot of items, and he did use them correctly. He used the nullify, he picked the right person, you know. And Sky has mostly, honestly, Sky's been kind of under being in the shadows a bit, but I think that she has been in a few scary votes, I think. I think she's been voted a decent amount. But we'll see at the end. Our jury, yeah, so yeah, Owen, okay, so all the people that were on Edge of Extinction vote, but the people, no, I guess Wayne's here. I don't know why Owen and someone else is not. Owen and MacArthur aren't here, so I guess they quitted too early. This is our final three. I think, honestly, I'm not terribly upset by any of these. Let's see what happens. 1 vote to Sky, 1 vote to Bowie, 1 vote to Alejandro. Okay, so it's pretty even Steven so far. There's a lot of votes as well. 2 votes for Sky, 2 votes for Alejandro, 3 votes for Alejandro, 2 votes for... So Alejandro's currently winning. Okay, now Sky and Alejandro tied. Now they're all tied. Now Bowie's winning. Now Sky has got 3 and the other 2 have got 4. Bowie's getting ahead. I think that's it for Sky. Yeah, it's going to be down to Bowie and Alejandro. That's fair. These two I think worked together since like day 1 or something. So it's kind of funny. This alliance of 2 has made it all the way to the very end. Oh, never mind, Sky. Maybe Sky can, because I don't know. Yeah, what happens? Because I think there was 15 people that could have voted. What happens if Sky gets the 5th vote here? What if they tie? What if they all tie? Please. I want to know. I wanted it to tie. So imagine if it was a 3-way tie. I don't even know what would happen at that point. Alejandro wins by a barely wins that. He did just go insane on the challenge. I mean, he clearly had some good strategies. I'm gonna assume he wasn't as aggressive with the voting. I'm gonna assume he probably played it a little nicer, but you know, it is Alejandro, so he got injured twice, I think, as well. So a lot must have happened with him. We can see Beth and Brody, Julia and Sean voted for Sky. Cameron, Duncan, Jeff, Gwen, Heather vote for, okay, and Lightning vote for Alejandro. You know what? That's actually fair. Lightning gave those votes to Bowie, and then Bowie voted for him. I probably would not vote for Bowie if I was Lightning. That might have been the difference. I think actually might have been the difference if Bowie didn't betray Lightning, then Lightning would have voted for Bowie, and Bowie would have won. That could have been it. Duncan wins fan favorite. I mean, that seems pretty accurate to real life. Let's see the statistics. Wow, this is like Alejandro's dream. He wins and Owen's out first. Wow. Literally exact. That's funny. I was gonna say Duncan wasn't in the competition for very long, so I'm surprised he won fan favorite. Look at that. Let's see, because there is more. Let's see. Yeah, Alejandro won a shit ton of challenges. Julia won a lot. Cameron won 2. Wow, look at this is ridiculous. Alejandro won 6 immunity wins. He just went crazy with the challenges. Julie was the most strategic, followed by Sky. So Alejandro was not the most strategic. He was not trying as hard here. I think he knew if he tried too hard, I think he would have gotten voted off. So he just, yeah, okay. Or maybe he was just like, I just need to win the challenges or else I'm going to get voted off. So he just try hard at every challenge. Beth found 2 idols. Beth did not find shit. Julie found both of those idols, gave one half to Beth, and then just gave the other half to Beth. Beth did not find 2 idols. Zoe received 17. Yeah, Sanders received. Wow, I didn't realize Zoe was. I guess Zoe got voted out twice. Yeah. Um. Remember when I said, "Oh yeah, Sky's gotten voted before"? No, I'm a complete idiot. Sky never got voted, not even once. Neither did Alejandro. Wow. Bobby got 2 votes. Wayne got 2 votes. I think he must have got idled out. I think. Yeah, he got idled out. I think. Wow. That talk about uh talk about a fucking video and a half. Anyways, if you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.